Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope you're doing well. I am going to take a quick second just to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse, so if it's resonating, get in where you fit in, even if it's on the other side. But as always, Aries, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. All right. Energy's popping. So we're starting out with the Two of Wands. You have the Queen of Swords. And you have the King of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. So you may be very much in your feminine energy, but with strong boundaries. I do feel like you're planning. There's a planning energy that's here. I also feel like I said that you are speaking very confidently. You're being very direct, but your boundaries are high. And I feel like that's something that it came about because of pain. The Queen of Swords is not someone who puts those boundaries up for no reason. She's known as the divorce queen. And it's interesting to me that you have the King of Swords here in the reverse. So I do feel like there are some things that you're planning to say, but you may not have actually come out and said them just yet. You do seem to be in a more passive energy, but with plans of actually moving into a more active energy. Whether you are male or female, there's an indication that you are a little bit more in the feminine or passive energy. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. Thank you. All right. So the person in your energy, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. This person's highly focused on you. I do feel like this is somebody who is very passionate about you. They want a new beginning. It could be someone from the past because they have good memories here. Now, they may be kind of holding back a little bit. With the Four of Cups, this is somebody who may feel that this has been a missed opportunity with you. King of Wands tells me that they are focused on you. Now, you could be dealing with another Aries or a Leo or Sagittarius, but this is a card of action. Yeah, so let's see the energy between Aries and this person. Six of Swords, Page of Wands. So your energy is different than theirs for sure. You're kind of moving forward. You're making plans to move forward. I feel like you want to move away from something you feel is chaotic. You're trying to find balance. You're trying to move towards something that is lighter, not as chaotic and heavy. Whereas this person is very passionate, again, very passionate about you. I feel like they have either reached out to you recently or they're going to. Page of Wands, this is likely a newer person. I do see that this person, there's a spark that's there and they want to build on that. They want to grow. But your energy is telling me that you're kind of holding back. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection between Aries and this person. They're definitely very physically attracted towards you. It's like that early, physical attraction. Like if you've just met this person possibly. Now, it's possible you could be moving away from something else. Yeah, we have the Chariot in reverse, so that's stuck energy. This is the energy of something not moving forward. There could be some imbalance here. This person's thinking about you. They really do want to come together with you, and they're afraid that this is going to be a missed opportunity because you've been through something here, Aries, and I feel like you're contemplating, you're thinking, you're making plans here. So this person is interpreting that lack of movement on your behalf as being, that you're not interested. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome. Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Cancer sign, a Scorpio, or another fire sign. So in your outcome, with the Seven of Pentacles, there's something here that you're kind of waiting. You're waiting to deliver some sort of message or some sort of truth. And I'm wondering, Aries, are you feeling like perhaps this person isn't being completely honest with you? Is this why your boundaries are up? I do feel that this person does tend to be very low key. They do keep a lot of secrets here. They're wanting to move towards you passionately, but intuitively. And here's the thing too, is this person knows that you're very intuitive. So you holding back is actually drawing them forward a little bit more. They will take action towards you. But I feel like they're interpreting you holding back, you being patient, you waiting to see what's going to happen. They're interpreting it as a lack of interest, and it very well may be. Now, the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Scorpio is actually very strong here, but so is Cancer. This is the energy of somebody who is developing feelings and emotions. So let's look at this. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Two of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Moon. So you're making plans, but you're keeping them to yourself. I feel like you're trying to move away from a situation that you felt very stuck in. It's a stagnant energy. There's some reason here why you can't move forward the way you want to. But I feel like you're keeping your plans to yourself for sure. You're kind of stuck in some kind of a stagnant, chaotic situation. And you want to move forward because you know it's going to bring you balance. Let me see why the Queen of Swords is here. Show me the Queen of Swords for Aries. All right, we have these Seven of Pentacles reversed. Now, in your outcome, it's in the upright, and we have the Ten of Coins. So I do see that some of you are feeling impatient about a situation, a long-term situation that you're currently involved in. This would be a situation that you feel has become static, it's chaotic, and you're wanting to move away from this, but there's some reason why you're not quite able to. It could be financial, but you're making plans. You're just keeping those plans to yourself. You're impatient to move forward. Now, it's interesting to me that you're going to be reversing this Seven of Pentacles here in your outcome. I do see you being supported by either close friends or family. I also see you having to put up boundaries with these people as well. They're supportive, but they could be a little intrusive. Let me see why this King of Swords is in reverse. Show me the King of Swords in reverse for Aries. The Tower in reverse. And the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, they have the Four of Pentacles in the upright. So, that's interesting. I do feel like you're trying to avoid a Tower moment, and this is why you're delaying. It could be financial, but it could also be you being very patient for love. And I do feel that, you're in a very contemplative, quiet energy here. You might also be waiting to see, is this person that's in your energy, are they being honest with you? Are they being upfront? You don't really want to be patient with the situation, but you're forced to because of the trying to avoid this Tower moment. I'm also seeing that there's this energy that you have. I don't know if you were dealing with possibly somebody you're currently involved with, and you're planning to leave that situation, but you can't quite do it just yet. But there's this energy of feeling like you never thought that love was going to come your way. There's been a lot of pain. I can see that. So let's look at this person's energy, because this does not appear to be the person that you're in a long-term connection with. Let me see Show me the Ace of Wands for the person in Aries energy. This looks like somebody new that is very passionate towards you. They're definitely physically attracted. There's a spark here that has already occurred between you and this person, and they are very focused on you. They think about you a lot. The Empress and the Two of Swords. Yeah, this person has you on a pedestal, Aries. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, but this person, they want this new beginning, but they feel like you're indecisive. They've got you on a pedestal. They think that you are the best thing that's ever happened here. They're viewing you as being the Empress. So this person, whether you're male or female, they're viewing you as being somebody that's high quality, high vibrational, somebody that, you know, draws them to you. There's a lot of passion here, but they do have you on a pedestal. But they also feel like you're being indecisive. So let me see the Four of Cups. They know that there's changes that have to take place here in order for this to come together. All right, it's almost like they're manifesting you. We have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Wands again. So I don't know if you have had like some flirtation with this person. That's what it looks like. There's been some flirtation. You're desiring to move towards them, but you can't do that just yet. Now, this person does not want to engage in third-party energy. If there has been third-party energy, they don't want to continue that. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's been more of a flirtation, but they want things to move further for sure. So they are trying to avoid heartache, though. And because they view you as being indecisive, they're kind of trying to hold back a little bit. And I feel like it's hard for them because they are very drawn to you. Why is this King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? All right, we have the Two of Coins and the Seven of Swords reversed. Whatever it is that they're keeping secret, it's going to get revealed. It's going to come out into the open. This could be a secret connection, or they just have these feelings for you. If you are planning to leave another situation and move towards this person, which it does look like you are, this person definitely wants you to come out with it. They want everything out in the open. But in the outcome, it's not. In the outcome, it's still, there's still secrets and there's still things being kept, you know, to themselves and also yourself. You're being patient about revealing something here. I do feel like this person, they've been weighing up the pros and cons of exposing this themselves. So, hopefully, you know, they're not going to jump the gun. Let me see why this, and it could be they're weighing up the pros and cons about exposing their feelings towards you. Let me see the energy between Aries and this person. There's that King of Swords again. I'm wondering if you're currently involved with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, whatever it is that you've been holding back and thinking about and not saying, you're going to. I feel like you're going to be very direct, very honest, and it's going to be, but you're having to do this in a time that best suits the situation so you don't cause this tower moment. You're trying to free yourself from something. You've had a lot of anxiety about this situation. You've kind of been obsessing about it, thinking about it. And you know that coming out with the truth in this, you know, stating your feelings, being very direct, very honest and matter of fact, is what you're going to have to do to move forward. Now, this person in your energy, I do feel like they feel that everything is against you in this connection. There may have been some conflict about whether or not you're going to reveal these things. So you could have had conflict with this person. They don't want to be in conflict with you, I can tell you that, but they have been kind of obsessing about the situation as well. Neither of you want to be, but you kind of are. They could have been very defensive about, you know, the stance that they're taking with you. So let me see. They definitely feel like there's a lot of people that are opposing this connection. So let's look at what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection between Aries and this person. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed. This could be somebody from your past. You could be reuniting with somebody from your past, somebody you knew from before. And you both kind of thought that this situation was, that you were never going to come together. I don't know if this person came back into your life at some point. But what I'm seeing here is, you know, there is a fear here that you have of loss, and it looks financial. It could also be, you know, fear that you have with regard to how family members or close friends are going to take this. So these are the things that you're pondering, you're thinking about. I do feel like it's what's kind of holding you back, and this person is receiving that as you being indecisive. So I do see a lack of movement affecting the situation. It's due to loss. And I also feel like in their energy, they're being there was confusion. So that confusion is cleared up, but this person would choose you over anyone. I'm telling you, Aries, this person is definitely wanting to be with you. Enough so that they may have even threatened to expose this secret, this attraction on their own. And that may have been what caused the conflict. This person definitely chooses you, but they know that you can't move forward without some sort of loss here. And so that's what is holding you back. Let me see your outcome. Oh, the Chariot just went into the upright, Aries. Show me the outcome for Aries and this person. All right, we have the Five of Cups reversed. We have Temperance, Sagittarian energy, and we have the Chariot. So whatever's been holding you back, it's not going to be holding you back for long. Because I do see you being very patient about moving forward, but ultimately you are going to move forward. I can see that you're trying to, you know, keep things to yourself because you don't want this Tower moment. But we see the King of Swords go into the upright, which then causes the Chariot to go into the upright. And so I do feel that you've been patient for quite some time. Again, I get this feeling that you may have thought that this love would never return to you, that it was just a missed opportunity. But or it could be that you felt like you were never going to have this type of love in your life. And here we see that you do. You've learned lessons from the past. You're opening your heart back up to love. What kind of love? Well, this Four of Cups here. You've been holding back, you've been holding off, but I feel like at some point you're going to be speaking your truth. You're going to free yourself from a current situation. It could be a long-term situation that you've been in, and I do feel like you are going to move forward. Now, the person in your energy, they want this connection. They want this exposed. They want it out in the open so that the two of you can begin to move forward. They are trying to be very calm and balanced in their feelings and emotions, but this person literally feels that the two of you were brought together, you know, spiritually, like this is a spiritual connection. So I do feel like you are going to come back together with this person or come together with this person. Things are going to begin to move forward. It's going to take a little bit of time because, again, you're trying to avoid this Tower moment. But there is definitely love here. There is. It's underlying everything. So bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. This is underlying energy. Either you or the other person, or possibly both of you, could be doing some like low-key spying, looking into the situation, seeing, you know, what's going on. It could also indicate that there is somebody that you are currently with that's trying to figure out what's taking place as well. Let's pull an oracle card, Aries, and see if there's any further guidance for you. Pulling for the sign of Aries. Yeah, this looks like a very complicated situation. Okay, so it says number 38, it's heal the ouch, but it is in reverse. And in this particular oracle, we do read reversals. So let me pull that for you. Yeah, it says forgiveness is the healer of the soul. In reverse, this card is a message urging you to make amends for any harm you've done to another. Appraise yourself honestly. How have you been selfish, greedy, or inconsiderate of others? Have you harbored resentment toward those who have harmed you in the past? Practice deep and radical forgiveness. In order to be free, to know healing, you must surrender your old hurts and begin anew. Forgiving yourself and loving yourself is important too. Be humble and willing to admit to your weaknesses. Know the imperfections of the human personality. Walk tall as you take the path of the shaman, the wise elder who is willing to go into the shadows to bring healing light to old wounds. Yeah, you may be healing something with somebody here from the past. Yep. All right, I do hope that this has been helpful in giving you a little bit of clarity in the situation. If you have resonated with this, Aries, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Aries, know that you are love, and namaste.